Do I have an idea? The joy of live stream. Never know if it works. But sound on. All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for making it to this stream. I'm just again trying to set up myself this system with the computer. So I've just went live a few minutes before. Can you guys hear me? Hi, everyone. Hello. Hello, Lisa, Kimberly, Fifi, Thomas, Brutality Post, Misa. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, yes, with Trina. Thanks for waking up if it's the morning, or staying up if it's the evening, because I know I'm based in Australia. It's hard to make live sessions. How you guys doing? Jeez, it's been quite a long time actually. I didn't do a live. Oh, thanks for all the loving the videos. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. How's the weather in France today? Well, let me grab I'm not in France yet. All right, so before we start, let's clarify before there's any confusion. Someone just said, how's the weather in France? Well, this Q&A Paris is I'm just leaving actually around very beginning of March, just in a few weeks. So I'm still in Australia at the moment. I mean, in Paris, it's still very cold. It will be only like about 10 degrees today, something like that, but sunny. That's a good thing. From Jamaica, hey, Austria. Thanks for sharing. Phoenix, 3:00. My God, it's like the whole planet is there's all kind of different times. I can't keep track of the. Greeting from the Bay Area. Are you Norma? Are you in Australia? When you say the Bay Area, is that in Melbourne, Oregon, California? So, let me grab a spoon, I think, first for my coffee. Ah, man. Good morning from Kilmore. Jennifer, no, that's Kilmore. I've got friends in Kilmore. New Jersey, yeah. So hello, everyone. If I miss your name, sorry, it's because it's very hard. I'm using a computer. I'm actually getting a new one before I go. But this one I've got is a very small screen, and the camera is awkwardly located at the bottom left of the screen, so it's kind of hard to see things. And I've got a chat on the right side if you wonder how it works. So I've got all these chats coming, so it's kind of hard to follow. We're on different time. Thanks, Kimberly. From Greece, hey, Europe. Yeah, so people in Europe, there's going to be a bit of a change. So hopefully things are going to get better for like live streams. This is the good night from Germany. Yeah, sorry, but keeping you. Yeah, it's going to be better in Europe. Honestly, I think it's going to be way better to have this kind of stream, because we're all going to be more or less on the same kind of time area. So that would bring some more facility, and yes, our time in Paris trip nicely right before the riot started. Oh yeah, the riot. Well, the yellow vest. I guess that's going to be a subject of discussion today. The yellow vest. Talking about Paris, Long Island, New York, Montana, minus 17 degrees. Hi, Peter, Harry, Brandon, Ignacio. Have a bad day. Egypt. Well, hello world, I would say. Yeah, it must be. So yes. So today I can see there's question coming in. So today what we're going to do basically, what time is it? Yeah, we're supposed to start now actually. Yeah, so just to let you know, I was at Paris Q&A, so just kind of discussion I want to have just before I go to let you know about, what's going to happen and the kind of the beginning, where it's at the moment. And also Q&A, if you have any questions before I go or for when I'm going to be in France or whatever, then now is the time. I thought, I'll do a quick live and you're such in a good mood. Yeah, when you go, it's always in a good mood, even though it's a bit hectic. Sorry, I've got a question from Brutality Ups. Are you a coffee or a tea person? Coffee, definitely. But I like green teas and things during the day. But in the morning, like now, I need a coffee. Is there a recipe you're afraid to try? Oh yeah. There's many recipes. I would not know exactly. Well, baking is my nightmare. So if you ask me, like, a lot of people ask me to make macarons and things and baking stuff because I'm terrible at baking. I think anytime I'm baking and it works, I'm like, yay, I've done it. The main purpose of the trip. Well, the trip was meant, actually, I'm going to be, honest with everyone. Been living in Australia for, like the past 5 years or more, something like that, over 6 years. And haven't seen the family for some times. And, some member of my family, my mom was like, somewhere she was not too well, getting a bit old, as we all do, it was a stage of life. So I wanted to be around a bit closer, spend a bit more time. But there's nothing wrong with it or anything like that. But just felt like I haven't been near the family for some time, so I just wanted to be around in France. That's the first thing that I want to, that I need to be there. But in the same time, baking is hard. In the same time, I thought, you know what, I'm going to be in France, so let's make the best of it. And and bring channel to France because I haven't been filming from France. I'm French. I'm born there. Looking forward to go back home and be able to show and use the product on location and try to show you some stuff or at least try to see what we can do. So I'm going to move around in the south of France and travel through all different towns. And I'm going to bring you along. We're going to see different place, different rental. I'm going to be in the countryside. I'm going to be in different city. I'm going to be in the Provence. I'm going to be in the Lyon region at some point, in the Bordeaux region, and the Pyrenees. It's a bit of a program, really. Basque recipe soon. Not exactly soon. Like when I start the recipes again, I can think about it. There is a poulet basquez I've got on the channel, Louis. If you're looking at it already, that's a typical Basque. Where are you in Australia? I'm in Melbourne, Australia. It's in Victoria. Favorite cook? I love French food. Thanks, everyone. Love baking. I'm actually trying to find some YouTubers in France as well. There's Cuisine and Chill that we're planning to do a little something together. There was another channel, a French girl, is doing baking that I may try to contact her. I don't know if she hasn't replied yet, but I may do some baking session with her because she's really good at baking. It's in French. She might speak a bit of English, and it would be fun to see, how she could teach me with some baking stuff. So collaboration would be great in France if I can do this. Mediterranean is the best. Yeah, the show on the road. The favorite comfort food from your childhood were the crepes, of course. Crepes, when you're every kid in France, the only thing you remember is the crepes. That's your go-to, is my go-to recipe. When you don't feel in a good mood, make some crepes. Like the sweet ones, of course. We'll love to meet up and talk about French food when you come back. Question from Okomayan. Do you watch often French YouTube channel? Oh my God. The chat is going so fast, guys. Like, what to keep up? Hello from the UK. I'm a chef, 24 years old. I'm watching your video. Hi, Andreas. Doing good. Yeah, thanks everyone for the compliments. Best pizza ever. I'm in Chamonix, France. Ah, Chamonix, skiing. Oh, I would like to do this. Moi, sur les Portugais, c'est maintenant de la sauce blanche et la béchamel, c'est exactement la même chose. Thank you. Anna Machado, yeah, thanks there. Oh, you can slow down the chat? Oh, really? Oh my God. I'm so terrible with this live stuff. It is absolutely embarrassing. You know what? I've been on YouTube for 3 years, and like technically speaking, there's a lot of things. So yeah, if people want to, oh, there is a chat delay. How do you do the chat delay? Anyone knows how to do the chat delay? My daughter lives in Paris. Yes. The croissant. My God, just think of Paris. It's gonna be good. So, what's your favorite dish ever? I don't have, I think, one. That's the thing with favorite dish. People ask me, Kin Saif asked me, yeah, what is your favorite dish ever? I don't really have a favorite dish. I think there's so many good things, like in France. I don't think I've got one that I really like. You know, like the crepes, the ham and cheese crepe that I do, that I've made, that I've remade. I actually always buy them when I go to France. This is a silly little snack. It's not even a recipe, but when I go to France, I would have one of those. I would have a cassoulet. Uh, I would have some pâté. I would have foie gras, for instance. I'll go to a bakery and I'll buy a Saint Honoré or some special, maybe some macarons or some things, or croissant. I'm kind of getting all these things from childhood, or I used to have all the time. So I'll go on a mission and buy this, buy that. I go to the supermarket and what is the first type of France? Cheese. Cheese is the one thing from France that the cheese and the charcuterie that I miss at all. Or it's really hard to find anywhere else, really. Oumer. Salut Oumer, un Français. Essaie de faire un 4 quarts à la vanille. Mais même le 4 quarts, j'ai essayé, ça n'a pas marché. Yes, by the way, talking about this, I've got a friend online here from living in the UK. He's French. There's been a funny rumor, because of my accent, being abroad for so long, people tend to think I'm not French. So I thought, like I just did, yes, je suis français, les gars. Faut pas s'affoler. Hein. Je parle français, voilà. Et c'est, si on veut m'entendre parler français, bah c'est ça. Voilà. Là, c'est comme là, je parle français, ça ressemble à ça, quoi. Et donc forcément, il n'y a pas beaucoup de gens qui vont comprendre. Mais juste pour dire, en fait, non, je suis français, je suis pas anglais. I was just saying, for the one that think I was kind of English at some point. Thanks for the compliment, because maybe the accent must be getting better. Tu as l'accent d'un Français qui vit à l'étranger. Yes. But yeah, of course, I imagine after living abroad for years, really. And that's why as well, coming back to Paris, I thought it was going to be a great little thing in Paris, France, to get the accent back on board, because speaking English, it's kind of tiring. My brain is going like, I'm kind of Englished out. I want to break, like being able to speak a bit of French. That's going to be great. The espresso, David says the espresso in Paris is something you could not forget. You speak more French in the video. Yes, but if I speak French, then nobody. I thought about that, but I think in France, that's gonna happen because I'm gonna be in the French mood, and when I start, like if I start speaking French, it's gonna be. It's gonna be. I'm gonna really enjoy speaking French. So it's gonna be like, hey, my language. I can speak my normal language. Hence, Poland is our true fan of Europe. Hello everyone, Leila. Quand je trouve une passion, je deviens un enfant dans les grands magasins de jouets. Je deviens folle. Yes, there's so much stuff in France. Where are you from in France? I'm born actually near Versailles, which is near Paris. And I grew up around the area near Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau is in the south. It's kind of the beginning of the countryside. Vous êtes français, votre anglais est excellent. Oh, thanks, Anna. Batoro, thanks for trying the chicken. I assume your wife always speaks French. No, she doesn't. What's the everyday meal in France? Well, all these things. So, in terms of the pure question about in France and stuff like that, because of course in 1 hour it's too hard to get to answer all the question and everything like this. I really intend to do much more live session, and this is the kind of thing I wanted to kind of try to talk about in this live stream, but I never managed to organize my time like with the live stream. So I haven't seen you guys. Sometimes it's good to answer some questions. But in a nutshell, let's try to sneak in some of the program. So I'm just going to be in Paris on arrival, but I'm not going to stay there for long at all. I'm going to be jet lagged, and I'm going to be like three nights, so four nights in a hotel. So I just wanted to see, is there something you're dying to see while I'm there? I've got a few ideas, but I just want to see as a whole, is there something that multiple people, like many of you, really want to see? So maybe I could make it, request from people that's watching the channel that, to think about you guys that watch, not just all about what I want. Do you still work as an IT guy? No, Batoro, good question. No, that's it. I'm done with IT. So that's all behind me now. And now this is a full-time job. This is why it's a bit scary as well. Vanuit van Nevier. Wow, Frankrijk is always sunny. Yes, hey, Vanuit, yeah. I lived in Holland. I speak Dutch actually as well. But I'm not going to do that now. What your favorite cafe in Paris? No. Je rêve de réussir à Paris-Brest. Umer, you were never good in IT. Yeah, Umer is a friend of mine. Let me quote Umer. As a friend of mine, I used to work with in IT. And strangely, always told me throughout our career together, he always have that sentence in French, said, "Oh, give up, you'll never make it." And arrête, t'y arriveras jamais. That's what he used to say to me all the time. I think he was right. I have to say now, that it never really went anywhere. So he had a feeling, surely. Maybe I was more meant to do this, my cooking, or to be behind a camera. I love the video where you visited your friend restaurant and cook with him. Yes. This one, don't worry, good to miss. I'm not going to miss the sun because, it's going for spring in France. I'm going in the south of France, so I'm aiming to have this continuous sun. It's the end of the summer here, so I'm going to restart the clock and must have some good fish recipe. Yes. There's a lot of fish recipe. When was the first meal you made, Lisa Carden? Well, when you're young, you start with your parents. Like, there's no real. You start by making like rice and pastas and cook like. Usually start to cook this kind of steak haché, which is this kind of hamburgers in a pan, and cook an egg and things. That's the only thing you start doing. You don't really do a recipe. Then you're going to do pastas and maybe a pasta bolognese when you're young because that's easy. Trina, no cooking today. Sorry. We're in the south of France. Have some sponsors support you. No cooking today. No, because j'aimerais revoir les Tuileries. Sorry, I'm reading the chat very quickly. Les Jardins de Versailles, un peu de jet d'eau. Okay, Anna Machado wants to see some of France. Argelès-sur-Mer. Oh, Jason, Randon, actually, my mom is living near Perpignan, and I'm going to be near Perpignan at some point. Pamplemousse, which Parisian chef do you pay attention to? Well, I've kind of, in terms of cafe in France, so let me answer this question. In terms of cafes in France, I haven't been in Paris for some times. I was looking online at a lot of things and to get with the program a little bit, because there's been a lot of unrest in France, as you know. I was looking around what's going on and things, and it's like, okay. A lot of things have changed, I haven't been there for years. Like, I've been there on a holiday, but Paris itself, I didn't spend much time. So I'm kind of going with a blank sheet, and I'm gonna try to want to see the traditional things, because a lot of places now, I think in Paris, it's not like everything is the typical things that I'm doing. I'm doing the traditional French food, the real stuff that's like really traditional and classic. But a lot of restaurants and cafes, from what I can see online on their menus, they all moved on to this kind of fusion, healthy, vegan, organic, which is the trend around the world, I think. So a lot of French cafes now, apparently, when you go into it, it's not at all the French stuff. You go there, you have like a smoothies and a healthy vegan bowl with quinoa and God knows what, which is not at all the classic French. I'm gonna have to dig out some. You will be a bit disappointed. Yeah, Umer says, yeah, no, I know about that. Umer, yeah, I know Paris will have changed. Yeah, I know. Look, I don't have massive expectation. I'm just gonna stick to a few things. Anyway, we won't have much time, guys, in Paris. Promenade des Anglais. Okay, so some of you want to see more the touristy thing, and what are you looking to settle down there? Yeah, well, France is hard. It's a hard place to live. Ume, which some friends will tell you, like it's a beautiful country to visit and be in on holiday. But as you can see, there's a lot of unrest. It's a lot of difficult things to live in France. It's actually harder than it looks, unless you're totally rich and you don't have to work and you don't have to be part of the system, really. Will you be able to show a decent cassoulet recipe? Well, there is one on the channel already, a Sadistic J. There's a recipe already, a cassoulet recipe, a typical one. Lindsay, take us to the Paris and shop. Shopping. I don't know if it's going to go in line with the channel. I'll do something for shopping, though. I've got some program. Dr. Octavia, thanks for trying the potatoes. Même les boulangeries, si tu fais trop de boulangeries. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know you watch the channel for the traditional cuisine. Yes. Don't worry. So, okay, let me do some reinsurance here. Some people have got a bit scared because I was doing that new series. For instance, I've done that series now on cooking basics. So let's start with this. I've been doing like 8 episodes on this. The reason behind that was not because I changed the channel or I stopped cooking, whatever. Is that I'm in the middle of moving a house, and it's a nightmare of a thing. I need to organize a zillion things. So for the past month already, almost done. I've been really emptying everything, reorganize everything, and making recipes. It's just like with the kitchen, it's a bomb site everywhere. It's just not suited. So I had to find something else to make. This is why I decided to do that kind of little course as an introduction, just to try myself. I do something different that's not recipes, just to see how I would go if I was to, at some point, that was maybe one of my idea that later on I will create a full course that I will sell. I will not put it on the channel because I know people don't want to just see this, but it's one of my ideas to create a fully comprehensive culinary course. I will take you through everything in French cooking, but I will put it accessible. That's something you could buy. And I just wanted to see if people would be interested in that. Seeing the pilot I've done, just this 8 episode, do I have what it takes to do like a simple course that would be sold, I don't know, like something cheap, like $10, $15, God knows what. This was just a bit of a test, really. Enjoy every recipe. Thanks, Leila. Thanks. Yeah, cooking basic was a good series. Yeah, thank you. That's very good. So, okay. Kimberly, I would buy that. Thanks. I would be able to pay that price. Oh, okay. Yeah. Basic and transition course, and aligning them with the comments you received from YouTube. Yes. That was. Thanks, everyone. By the way, for helping me along this way to organize a little bit more the channel, try to find some path and some things. And it's kind of hard when you're on your own. You know, you kind of, am I doing the right thing? Is it the right idea? You know, like, which direction should I go? Should I do a recipe or should I do this? Yeah, what it takes to make a successful cooking channel. Yeah, thanks, Sandra. Yes. So let's talk about okay, what's gonna happen, because that was the goal of the chat. So yes, you've been asking in France. So yeah, the goal, to recap, if you were not on the chat before. So moving to France, I'm gonna be in there for 1 year for family reason. I want to be in there, but I'm gonna move around through France and try different towns that actually I haven't lived in. And I want to try some specialties. So like in Aix-en-Provence, for instance, this is going to be one of those destinations when I'm going to be planting myself there, renting a house or an apartment. I think it's an apartment, and stay there for quite some time and use someone else's kitchen and see how we can going to the market every day. And I'm gonna, try to film stuff, see what we can bring, and we'll try to make some regional recipes from more or less the area I'm going to be in. That's the idea. Yeah, regional specialties, and then we'll try to do some exploration, and I want to show you things that I'm going to see, and food related. I'll try to focus things that is only food related. It's not going to become I mean, some people said, "Oh, is there going to be some kind of vlogging?" So okay, so vlogging. I don't want to do the vlogging like just to become just me in a camera walking around. But if I need to show you stuff, we're gonna have to go out of the kitchen, and there's gonna be an element of kind of me moving around with a camera. So in a sense, that's kind of called vlogging. So there would be obviously, when I'm in France, a part of the videos that are gonna be vlogging style. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to do that. So Antonio Gione. Yeah, thank you very much. So I was that was a big question. How on earth am I'm gonna do this? Because I've never done vlogging. And this is very, very yes, it looks like it's playing up. I don't know why. It says connected. Can you people see me again? I think the internet kind of dropped out or something like that. This connection. That's one of the reasons I'm not doing live in that house, because there's such a terrible internet connection. It's not funny. You need 90%. No, it's not nothing to do with the house. It's just they're building a new actually fast internet around the whole neighborhood, and it keeps on dropping. Oh, it works. Okay, sorry. So I was talking. I was explaining the Paris stuff for nothing. So we're the internet is down. I blame Macron. Yes, the yellow vest. Yeah, no. So I was just saying that I'm not used to the vlogging in town, and I didn't know what to do with the vlogging. But actually, just recently, a month ago, a solution came out on the market, and there it is. Look at this. Oh yeah, you don't know that. Sure, you don't know what that is, but this is the solution to my French travels. Oh. Have a good day. See you. Bye bye. And this basically, for the one I can see, this is actually a camera. This is a new camera that just came out on the market. It's like a handheld mini camera that you can take around. As you can see, the pocket size, you can hold it, and I'm going to be able to film like this. And perhaps I've tried it in the town. People don't really look at you, so we might be able to sneak into like supermarkets and maybe restaurants. I don't know. And at least I can take you for in town and markets and stuff. So I've got the camera that is saving my life, because I didn't know what to do. I was like, what on earth am I gonna do to film? So yes, so with this thing, we're gonna go around, and you're gonna have this footage. We're gonna be walking around, so the markets and everything like this. Try to visit some places. Be careful with that. Yeah, Highland. So that's the plan. Look, get a drone. So the plan is, for to recap briefly, for every place, being Paris or any place I'm going to, in the first stage, there's gonna be a time where it's gonna be difficult to make videos. Sorry, to make cooking videos as recipes, because I am not gonna have a kitchen straight away. Because when I like the first month I arrive, it's gonna be pretty hectic, because I need to arrive, I need to go and see family. I'm gonna be moving from 4 days in Paris and go to the south, and I have to visit some people. I'm gonna be here and there, and I'm not gonna have a kitchen of my own, and I'm not gonna have a place. I think it's gonna take 1 month before I think the first rental thing. I think it's in like April, something like that. In April, this is where we're gonna start to be. I'm gonna be able to actually be back in the kitchen, and then we can start to organize ourselves and see family comes first. Take your time. Yeah, thanks, Gala. Merci. Au revoir. Thanks for the one who stayed. And good. Yeah, so just to warn everyone, because I know people have been receiving a lot of messages. People were disappointed I was not cooking anything for the last, it's been quite some time now. I haven't done really recipes. And to be honest, I have to say that a lot of people have kind of, in terms of viewership, a lot of people dropped watching the channel since I've stopped making recipes, when I did this cooking basics and everything. But sometimes that's, it happens. When you have the channel, there's times, there's ups and downs and things like that. In April, it will be in your root country. Oh, in Vietnam. Malheureux. Oh, Vietnam. Well, good luck, Umer. Have some spring rolls for me. Cooking different things for groups. How do you make sure everything is served at the same time? Well, if you cook for groups, as for De La Troy, it depends how big your group is. But usually, in the catering business, when people cook for large quantities, they pre-cook everything and they just warm up at the time of service. This is a reality. It's a sad reality you don't want to hear. But even if they serve on plates, they got every single, the sides and everything, and they got this special movable oven that keep the food warm. And then they just plate everything in the last minute. I've run around enjoying the beginning series of where to start. Thanks for that. Next is good luck. Yeah, Bobby, thank you very much. William. What are some good thing to make using winter vegetables? Winter vegetables, always anything like, the cabbage soup is good, or anything like the gratin, anything that's really hearty, anything with the potato gratin, the sauté potatoes, the tartiflette that I haven't done yet, that I will do in France. Even if you're just eating things up, you can prepare many things. The fondue, yeah. So just to warn you, if you watch the channel, at the beginning for the first month, I'm gonna do some. I really want to do much more live session, because I would have better internet connection. So live session, we can talk about, and then I can see with you, okay, what we can go and see when I'm in a town or something like that. So we can do this. There will be also some, product showcase, I guess. Like I will go and buy some special thing and show you maybe some specific pastries, or breads or things I can find, and we can have a look at it. So it will be all food related, but in the first month, it's not going to be really cooking recipes as such, because I won't be in the kitchen. I just wanted to warn everyone, so you can to say what's going to happen. So it's going to be a bit more. The first month going to be a bit of a vloggy type of sessions, and there will be surely more sessions. I'm going to be there more often, because going to be full time. Oh, sorry, this is the fifth time I ask you. Please share the. Oh, sorry, Medish. Yeah, sorry about it. If I don't see your chat, the chat is going really fast, and sometimes I'm talking, I'm not seeing it. The camera label. Oh, you want the brand? Is the best time to visit Paris was in January. So let me answer Medish to yeah, this is the DJI Osmo Pocket camera. It's a brand new one that came in, so I can put it on. You can see what happened. What technology does. That's watching you. It's got a screen, and this is a automatic stabilized gimbal that's installed on the camera. That's a stabilizer, so you can go around, you can film, it can follow you. There's automatic panoramas, it makes pictures. It's an amazing piece of technology, actually. And it does 4K if you want to, but yeah, the camera is going to be cool. Ne vous éloignez pas de votre cours de base. À mon avis, beaucoup de gens pensent comprendre le mécanisme, c'est la bonne façon ensuite des cours français. Yes, the cooking basic, les cours de base. Like I was saying about the cooking basic, that was a trial. I may in the future make a whole course that I may be able to try to. I want to put it on, you know, something that people can purchase as an initiative to try to, you know, get revenue from the channel, because it's hard now. It's going to be full time. I need to find ways, you know, to find revenue else than just the, you know, YouTube revenue, because you can't survive on that. Let me tell you. Yes, there is an Instagram account. It's called the French Cooking Academy. If you go on Instagram, yes. And talking about social media and support, by the way, guys, as you all know, someone did ask me, do I still work in IT? No, so I've stopped now working. I'm now actually full-time, just doing the channel. So it's a big of a jump. And I hope that moving to France is gonna maybe bring you know, new life in the channel and new people. But in terms of support, don't forget that I do have that Patreon page to support the channel, and there's many of you that's already on there. But if you haven't considered it, I like to do another call out when I'm going to be in France. The only revenue I'm going to have is going to be basically Patreon and the few money I can get from ad revenues on YouTube, and that's going to be it. So if you want to see lots of interesting stuff, I'm going to really need anybody that can, you know, even if you contribute for the kind of the symbolic $1, that will help a lot. So really, if you're watching this, please do consider in the coming year to become a patron. I've got two sites. I've got patreon.com, and I've got for Europe a new one that I've made. It's called tp.com. You can also get there in euros. But I'll do another live when I'm in France about that, because that's going to be a major, a key aspect of what I'm going to be able to do with what budget. So if we got a budget, we can buy fancy stuff, we can do fancy things, we can visit places. If it's on the shoestring, well, things are going to be a bit different. But just wanted to put that out there to let you know. You can try a paywall. What is a paywall? Oh my God, I don't know anything about this thing. Just for you on Instagram. Hey, thanks for that. Yes, you can also follow in Instagram. I think it's not a great account. I mean, there's a big program for Instagram. You know, we're going to really try to change the thing and make like real nice pictures of France and make things more interesting. So there's a lot of little things, even social media wise, try to bring some new stuff on there. Bouffe Bourguignon together with Iris Mittenaire, Miss Universe. Yeah, I don't think that Miss Universe will be interested to make a Bouffe Bourguignon with me. Who knows? Do you have a bread recipe? No, I don't have a bread recipe. Paywall. Oh, thanks, Areno Kids. Yes, a donation $1.99. That's good. Actually, I forgot about that. Yes, you can also use. I don't know. It's a chat system in YouTube in the live. Whenever we do live, so maybe in France, And maybe before we go to the market or something, maybe we could do that, like a kind of a live pre-market budget. So let's go to the market. Let's see how much money we can spend. That's an idea. Oh, thanks, Arena. Good luck for everything. Yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate it. It's really. But thanks for all of you as well to to really always follow the channel and come back on the live session. It's really good to see so many people, and hopefully we're gonna be better synchronized when we're in when I'm in France, because the time is going to be better. So I think when I post videos, it's going to be more your time. You're going to be awake, because now when I post videos, people are asleep. When I do a live, people are asleep, or I'm asleep and people are awake. It's always a nightmare. So let me look at the chat again. How can I donate now on YouTube? I think you have to use. Does someone know how to use the? I think it's called the super chat. It's like you can click to put a chat. It's called the super chat, and I think your comment on my screen, I see the comment coming in bright colors, and I think you can make a donation when you do the chat. I don't know how to use it, to be honest. Click on the $ under the chat window. Café de Paris, swimming in butter. Oh, salmon is done. Thanks, Elaine. See you. Okay, this is. Oh, I'm trying to click on something. Yes. Okay. It's working. I think my internet was playing up. Yeah, so that's all exciting. So it's going very, very soon after the chat. So now I'm finished, by the way, with the cooking basics series. That was just a pilot, like I was saying. I've just done that as a trial. I want to do a full comprehensive course that I would put on the market, on the cheap, like for $10 or $15 at some point. If I do that, it will be like, a full course, but it will be more for purchase. So don't worry, I'm not gonna put the channel, all these courses on the channel. But moving forward, before I go, unfortunately, you're not gonna see cooking recipes, because now I'm doing a live. We've got 2 weeks or something before I'm going. So what I want to do, I'm gonna do some silly things. Actually, I'm gonna try to use this. Maybe I will do like a kitchen tour or a house tour. You guys always wanted to see the house. And just before I go, I'll try to use that thing and put a fancy new footage and see how we can use that. See what I've got in my cupboards. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. See you. So when will the cooking start again? Yeah, so I was just saying this, between now and the move to France, I think not before, unless I've got a kitchen, but I think not before April or something, because well, you need to understand it's kind of difficult. Imagine if you have a channel and you're moving house and you're moving around with a suitcase. You can't really, you have to be in a kitchen to cook, If you don't really have a kitchen and a proper like you need pans and you need the right pots, it's kind of hard to be out there. It's like when you're at home, it's easy because you got your kitchen. But think of it when you go on a holiday, for instance, like a video I did called Cooking on Holiday, and you're on a small rental. I mean, how often do you actually go and cook? It is actually a bit of a challenge. When it's not your kitchen, you immediately go like, whoa, you know what? Let's go take takeaway. Let's go to the restaurant or something like this. You're not comfortable using all these pans and all these things. So do hot plate videos. Yeah. So look, I'll see. Look, I don't know exactly how it's gonna make a paywall. You don't make a Patreon, in my opinion. The paywall, I don't know what the paywall. Maybe I look at it to see what it is. Yeah, hot plate video. So yeah, look, I don't know. Like, if it's not cooking anyway, don't worry about that. In front, there's plenty of food-related things I want to see. There's plenty of cheese things, like, to showcase some product as well, because some of the product anyway, they can't be cooked, like some charcuteries, some things from the patisseries. and maybe some some pate, some cheese and things like that. So what I want to do as well is to get some of those and try to do some showcase video to show you, what kind of produce um, we can get. That's going to be interesting as well. But it's all learning curves. Yeah, lots of baguette, like the bread, for instance. I don't want a hot plate video. Look, I think once in France, the most important will be there would be real French produce. So that's going to be already a great stuff, because I can have access. There's going to be a lot of things. And from when I was looking in Paris, there is really already, it's absolutely overwhelming, the amount of cafes and shops and markets and things that are actually really interesting if you look for. It's gigantic. Like in 4 days, like you can't even do nothing. So I think there's plenty of material we can cover. Please stay the same. Don't become another Bruno Albus type. No, don't worry. No, I'm just doing. No, let's reassure you guys. The core of the channel is all about cooking, of course, and the recipe, the classic type of food. So we'll keep on making recipes. And thank Damien. See you then. And also, I am thinking even of maybe to enroll in some day course, which I've started to research. I might actually enroll myself to some 1 or 2 day course at the Paul Bocuse Institute in Lyon, where we're going to try to go through some classic regional recipes at some course they offer over there. So I might try to sneak in a cooking school and learn with some of the chef, and then back to the kitchen, get the produce, and we'll try to make some stuff and see what we can come up with. So the Lyon chef spy, yeah. So that's going to be interesting. There's I'm trying to see if I can do some education things for myself as well. There's a lot of material in France you can have access to also for sometimes for cheap or for free, like some day class, master class, and things like that. So Eric, have you been to the States? Yes, I've been to the States. I've been in Oregon. I've been in California. So mostly on the West Coast, to be honest. Yeah, we could see a real French cooking school. Yeah, they don't let you film inside schools, though. That's the problem. Paul Bocuse inspiration for you. Yeah, I think chef inspiration. Trojan at 83 is asking chef inspiration. I don't have. I'm using Escoffier as a model, like a lot of people for the style of cooking and the techniques behind. But in terms of chef, I kind of follow and look at what people. I don't have one person. I think everybody's got something good, but there's some other things. It's all, there's some good things. I prefer to take the best bit I like from everyone. I think everyone has got something specific they were really good at and they put in the forefront. Hey, Umer. Hey, Umer King. Merci, Umer. Wow. What a big donation for Umer. Thank you very much. I'm gonna keep this for the Paris shopping, guys. Any donation I'm gonna get down the live, that's gonna be done for the. I'm gonna make some kind of little honey pot, like when it's the money pot for all the things we're gonna do in France, like buying stuff and ingredients and things like that. So thank you very much. Thanks, Umer. Do you use any Churchill cookbook? No, I haven't used Churchill cookbook yet. I've got, I think, a version of her book online. I think I've found, but no. I really liked. Look, you see, a lot of people in America wants to know about Julia Childs and what do I think. I think she was really. I love the fact that she's a bit like like me. Everything for the home cooks. And she tried to demystify things, try to make it in an easy way, an easy approach, an easy way to understand. And I think she really loved, cooking and eating, most importantly. Oh, Delatroy. Thanks, Delatroy. Thank you very much for the donation. Yeah, Julieta is really good at that with Jacques Pepin. You know, she did, as you know, she did some programs and books and things, and I love that approach of trying to be more close to the people. You know, not try to be the superstar chef, and always try to think, okay, we're at home, what can we cook? So I really like that approach. Life in France is very good. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of. There's a lot of cook, like I said, there's a lot of people have got a lot of great things, and I like to pick and choose and take what's good in there. But you don't want to become like. I think it's better to do your own thing. Like I always felt like I want to do my own style thing that I feel like, because if you fall in the trap of to follow a book, or you're too much into something, you're gonna end up actually trying to be exactly the same as that person, and it's never. I don't think it's ever a good thing. I mean, for me, that's what I think. uh Rosemary, thank you very much. Worry, you have a lot of people who will join. I was spread in Brooklyn, New York. Thank you very much. Oh, the whole of America. Is this your full-time job, Campbell Cutler? Yeah, it is just. This is just the beginning of. I've actually stopped IT a few months ago, and this is now actually a full-time job. Ling King Jun, quel livre tu lis? Which book am I reading? Oh, look, everything and everything. I've got some book from English people. Sometimes I've got some book from from Paul Bocuse, from Robuchon, from English people, like some Rick Stein book. I've got from Michel Blanc, from some other French chef. I've got some unknown chef. I've got some Pierre Hermé for the patisserie, Christophe Felder. Um, I don't have one book. Like I'm really. People always ask me this. I'm a kind of a. I go everywhere in all the books I find. I even look at books that are like really old, things from like 200 years old, kind of books from cooking. So I go back in the past, see what was done, go back in the present, and I try to see, what's good, what's not, what's the difference, what has changed. It's really interesting. What's the link between IT and cooking? None, I think. I think cooking, like gardening, is one of the things you do after IT, because IT is just so, it's all virtual that you get enough, and you want to do something like manual. That's really, it's gonna include like just handwork and something very real that you can see what you're doing. And then I've been trying to make my own. Would you ever do non-French recipe, Campbell? Not really, no. I no. My aim is really to just focus on French recipes, but maybe once. We'll see that in France. But what I might do, because you guys have been asking for that, like France is not about just the French people. Let's be honest. We've got a lot of people from every country, especially like North Africa. We've got people from Morocco, people from Algeria. We've got Vietnamese people a lot. I'm a quarter Vietnamese. So perhaps, and sorry, we've got also the Creole people in the Caribbean, and the Creole food. So all of this, perhaps at some point, I could maybe make a series on cooking one specialty from like a couscous, from Morocco or Tunisia, and then I could make like the special pan-fried spring roll from Vietnam that we've got in France, and and I could make another specialty from the Caribbean, for instance, stuff like this. So that's. Wesley Reynolds, désolé pour mon français, j'irai à Paris dans quelques mois. Est-ce que vous avez une recommandation d'où je mangerai? Wesley, I'll come back to you on that maybe once I'm there, because I haven't been there like for some time. So at the moment, I would not recommend anything in particular because I haven't been there. But there's tons of places. You have to make some research though. Don't forget the French wine. No. The wines. No, I'm not gonna forget that at all. That's for sure. You're an old soul. Yeah, maybe I'm an old soul. Yeah, that's true. Maybe keeping in the in the old-fashioned things. Like, actually, that's quite true. Like sometimes when I look at what's done in Paris right now, it's all kind of yeah, it's very modern and stuff, and I kind of maybe come across as old-fashioned. But hey, this is the way it is. If you have time, please. Just following your Instagram. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll have a look. Okay, no problem. I'll have a look at the Insta. I'm saving for a trip to France someday. Yes. Sorry, I'm answering some question from the chat. De La Troy, what is your IG? What is IG? Instagram. French Cooking Academy. Oh no, I think it's called. Or maybe it's called French Cook Academy. Let me see. Because the name was so long. Let me check because I'm terrible at Instagram as well. Like, I've got so little time. Like the channel, honestly, it's hard to be everywhere because I was working before all the time. So I'm only new full time, and I'm not. Let me just check the. Yeah, French Cook Academy. I had to shorten the name because it didn't fit on Instagram. So French Cook Academy. If you want to follow Instagram, that's the profile. So you can jump on there and become followers. That's going to Vendée. Perhaps Umer wants to go there. Could be good. So Stefan, what's your favorite southern France dishes? I think the fish soup from southern France, the bouillabaisse, or the style of bouillabaisse, that's one of my favorites. Love it. Is the move permanent, or will you be back? I intend to be back, but like I said, it's all a blank canvas. You never know what's going to happen. What's going to happen? We don't know. Might be a disaster actually with the channel, like going there and might not work, or like it might work and then might want to stay a bit longer. Who knows? But it's all. Ooh, a bit of sorry. Taking a bit of. Oh my god! Look at the time already. 58 minutes. Get a nice bottle of Maroy from Vendée. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so of course, yeah, for the time, I don't forget the wine. I will get some wines or something around wines, and I've got actually someone, Alessandro, which was the one of the guys that helped on the channel on the website to make the wine article. He gave me some contact in Bordeaux from some winemaker, and I've got an appointment planned doing an interview in a chateau in Bordeaux, where he's going to present me and explain some of the wines in the region. So as an example, that's going to be one of the program, going on the spot and see what. I added you on Instagram and tag you in one recipe. Yeah, no problem. De La Troy, I'll have a look. And I think that internet is playing up again. Oh my god. Yeah. I know nothing about wine. Yes, wine is difficult. What vineyard was it in Bordeaux last October? Wine tasting. Yeah, I don't have the name of the vineyard right here because I've just started to send start the communication. Like I said, I'm just about organizing the trip to France, so it's all very new. It's all over the place. So I don't have everything. Once I'm there, I would be able to tell you a bit more. Gustav or Sean? I've learned cooking with myself. I'm a self-taught, using culinary school books and cooking books, and really started on the channel to do these most of the serious cooking. I was afraid to cook with it and ruin my dish. Bonjour, hi Gregory, a pomme roll de Bordeaux. Yes. Yes. Okay, so but guys, gonna be 1 hour. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at the timekeeping and how the live chat is always going. Self-taught, yes. Self-taught. It's always a bit of a subject. People are always thinking, oh, you're self-taught. Yeah, surprisingly. But you know what? If you're keen on cooking, if you like food, it's always good. Like you can. Do you have a fruit tart on your side? Not yet, actually. I was meant to make one. But I've got a tarte tatin with fruit. I've got some apple, apple tart and tarte tatin that you can get. There's if you look in the dessert playlist, so I've reorganized the channel, guys, by the way. You got the French Cooking Basics series to start with. Then I've got all the recipe by skills, beginners, intermediate, and advanced if you want to try yourself or practice after the course. And then the rest of the content that organized with just appetizers, soups, sauces, meat dish. So if you want something like there's a dessert playlist, go in there. You'll find most of the dessert that I've made. Internet is fine. Don't dare living this life. Yeah, no, I can't leave the. Earlier he said he was born around Versailles. Yes, Kimberly. Yeah, born in Versailles. That's why it all started. So yeah, before we go, does anybody have any question about like Paris? Like this was the main goal. Like I said before, was there anything in particular you guys wanted to see? Some people have talked about like some gardens and things. It's not really cooking related, but food related or anything like that. Is there anything specific? How much money do you need? Well, as much as I can get, Uber. Patisserie course. Oh, it just came on. Yeah. Yeah, the live session, it's always Leal. I give 2 points instead of 5 minutes. Okay, so charcuterie, visit the market. Yes, that's good. How Paris? No, as there was so much trouble. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Paris, there's a bit of the yellow vest movement and stuff, so that's gonna be a bit. It's not everywhere. Don't worry. That's all. What I'll do afterwards, I go through the chat and I go to see what was said, and I'll pick up the ideas, guys. So don't. If I miss your comment or whatever you said, I will go back in there. Oh, Umer. Thanks. There's Umer on the lines. Umer, stop doing donation, my God. Umer is on a roll. Another donation at $4.99. I'm gonna have to cook something for him. Where is everyone throwing a recipe from his channel? Agree, Joseph is not French channel. Picnic. Well, picnic, it depends on the weather, guys. Like if it's good weather, we can. Can you get by with English as you learn to speak French? Can you get by with English as you learn to speak French fluently? Uber is making a lot to look. Yeah. It's all teaching. So I'm reading the chat a little bit, trying to see what it says on there. Teaching is just the one school. Fromage, pain, and wine. Yeah. The picnic with cheese, bread, and wine. That's a bit of the traditional French picnic. I don't even know if it's allowed anymore that you can do this. I'm sure, like, I'm gonna go there. There's gonna be like tons of people with their basket doing exactly the same thing. All the tourists are gonna be like, filming themselves. Hey, we're having a picnic in Versailles. See you, Amy. What are your favorite dishes to make a special dinner? Bonne soirée. Thanks everyone that says in the chat. Would you recommend in English? The one I'm using, Areno Kids, is the one from Pierre Hermé. It's called the Larousse from the Patisserie. I'm not sure if I think you can find it in English. I'm not sure. I am not sure. It's called. So let me write that down. Pastry book. It's from Pierre Hermé. I think it's called Larousse de la Pâtisserie. Something like that. I think that's the name in French, but I think it's been translated. But honestly, If you like pastry, guys, by the way, that book, well, if you have that book, well, that was La Pâtisserie from Pierre Hermé. Great little book, because the only reason I'm saying that is that the recipe works. Because I've got a lot of other books from, other pastry chef, and honestly, there's so many mistakes in there. It's not funny. You try to make something, one time out of the three, the amount of ingredients is wrong. You end up with something that's just not working. So and especially with pastry, you will get caught off, because I'm terrible at pastry and it's so precise. If you miss one small ingredient, it's like, that's it, you're done. Do they eat pizza in Paris? Yeah, there are pizzeria. They're not good. Like, you have to go in the south of France for good pizzas, actually. The cheese from different region. Yeah, okay. Stick to French cooking. There are plenty of other cuisine. Onion tart. Okay. So I think I've got some ideas for you guys. Anyway, it's going to be just a few days in Paris. I won't have too much time, so I've noted down all the ideas that you guys had, and I'll try to combine that. And using my special new camera that I need to try it. So expect a few other videos coming on the channel. I'm going to be trying to use this and see what I can do with this. I'm just going to play around, be a bit silly with that camera, and see. Plastic is not old-fashioned. But thanks. Thanks so much for coming to the chat. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to cut off the chat, because it's been more than it's gonna be over 1 hour 15 minutes and 1 hour 10 minutes, because otherwise we're gonna keep on and on and on. It's gonna be forever, and it's gonna be, if people want to rewatch the replay, then it becomes way too long. It's like, 2 hours. But I am sorry, but like I said, don't worry. Things are happening soon. I'm gonna try to post some, silly little videos, and when I'm in France, actually, do expect much more live. First one on arrival, for instance. As soon as I arrive, we're gonna try to make it to keep you informed as live as it can. So when I arrive in a bit jet lag, I'll connect on if the time is right. Just tell you what's going on, what's the situation in Paris. So that's going to be great. I'm looking forward to the live. So live is easy. I don't have to edit anything. So we can chat, see what's going on, what we're going to do, and then we can organize our day a little bit better. Current location, I'm in Melbourne, Australia at the moment, in Victoria. So thanks everyone for coming again this morning. Thanks for, if it's the evening, thanks for staying up. I know it's all kinds of different time. Thanks for the donation, everyone. Have a good sleep. Have a good day. And I'll all see you very soon. And we will make sure I have enough money. Yes, and think of Instagram, Patreon, any support on the channel. Remember that when we're going to do the live for this coming year, there's going to be much needed, because now I'm going full time. So that will be. Je t'en prie. Au revoir. Yes, thank you very much. See you all. And the next live that I'm going to do, hopefully everything goes well. It's going to be live from Paris. I'll surely be in an hotel room somewhere. I hope the internet connection is okay. But it's going to be interesting. So I see you all then. Take care. Bye-bye.